What's up, guys? It's Sanity with the vlog. Oh my. So, guys, today is day 365, or technically, I guess you could say day 366. Who's keeping count anymore, right? I don't know. But it is December 17th, 2014, about 3:30 p.m. I have just finished about an 18 hour long live stream to wrap up day 365. And I wanted to make this vlog for everyone who has supported me and watched me over the years. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you to every one of you, whether it be the ones that came in and stayed, the ones that just came in and checked out my channel, the ones that bothered to follow, the ones who follow me on Twitter. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys make it entirely worthwhile for me. So, without further ado, here we are. 365 days, 3,000 plus total hours streamed. And I can safely say that I've reached my goal. It's pretty incredible. I've met so many awesome people over this year. Words can't describe it, man. The feeling of just being able to connect with people who are truly awesome individuals, who just go above and beyond what you would normally expect. It's amazing. I mean, it really is. For example, we've got big thanks all around to freaking Blood Iron. Awesome guy. Kitty, awesome woman. Lucas, another awesome guy. Always there, always willing to talk, communicate. And they've just created this network and community of just genuinely awesome people. And it's been just an amazing thing to watch and be a part of. And it's been truly a privilege and an honor to be able to live stream for you guys and entertain you guys night after night. And I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you truly to everyone who has supported me throughout this year. There have been a lot of times where, I'd get home from work and I'd come in and I'd go to turn on the stream, and it would just be, it'd be such a burden, It would hit you so hard. You put in an 8-hour day and then you just come home and you're kind of wiped. But then somebody comes in and they change your night, man. They brighten your entire day up. And it's awesome. It really is. It's pretty crazy. So I guess I should say, to give you guys a little bit of a backstory, I did promise you guys this when we originally started. I think it was around day 185, I promised you guys a little bit of backstory on why I started streaming, and I guess why it was so important to me. And I think it was early last year in November. I was working a full-time job. I had a restaurant, and it was just, the hours were crazy. We were understaffed. The hours were crazy. The work was just enormous. We had, business was booming. We had 3 people back in the kitchen, me being one of them. And it was just, we were serving 3 people serving 200, 250 a night, and it's just, if you ever worked in a kitchen, you know exactly what I mean when it gets crazy. And, and I was working for minimum wage, and you get that when you get into a situation like that, and you don't have a lot of hope, And for me, I was borderline. I've always been kind of a little bit of a manic depressant. Those that know me know I've tried to commit suicide many times. Most notably, I can think of the 4 closest times. But last year, I think it was around November-ish, I was going to commit suicide, and I had every intention to follow through with it. I had no hope. I was stuck in a dead-end job with just no way of seeing out, working week to week for a paycheck, taking home $20 a month, and it's not a good situation to be in, And I really thought that there was no hope and there was no way, for me to be able to do anything. And I just got so wrapped up in my depression, and then one of my friends, he sent me this, and it may seem and sound really, really stupid, but he sent me Mr. Squiddy. He sent me this hat, and he sent me a shirt and a box full of freaking Starburst type gummies, and it was crazy, And I looked at this hat, and I don't know, it just came at the right time, and it made me think about it. And it just got me out of my head. So, I got on my computer and I got online and I started playing some League with them. And it just, I made it through. And you make it through those really, really, really bad times. And I decided I wanted to find something and put a goal into my life and put a serious goal into approach. And that was when I'd been doing YouTube for a while, and it really wasn't panning out. Nothing really goes the way you think it will. And when you put all the hours and all the pressure into something, and you just don't see the growth that you want, and it just hits you, man, and you get really, really down sometimes. And it's really easy, to get into that trap of getting down. And then the whole YouTube copyright thing went berserk, and just a lot of my videos got flagged. And it was just at that time that I was looking for, something different. I was looking for a way to connect with other people. And I happened to stumble across Twitch. And I was like, well, let's give it a shot. I started out, I didn't have a camera. I didn't really even have a decent microphone. And so I looked at what I would need to have. I think I went out and got a Blue Yeti and a camera. I don't even think I got a camera right away. It was kind of a big decision for me to put a camera in and get a camera, because I was like, well, do I really want people to know what I look like and put all that in? But I thought about it and I was like, you know what, let's put Mr. Squiddy on camera and let's just do this and see how this goes. And it's been crazy ever since. But it's been a ride. As far as the whole 365, I wanted to make a statement, that I'm serious about doing this, and I want to put my nose to the grindstone and just see how far I can take this. And I think, committing to an entire year, also for me, when I first started, I kind of got a little excessed with streaming. Those that know and were there from the beginning, they know I used to put in just a very retarded amount of time into streaming. The first 3 months, I put in average 10 to 15 hours a day. I was averaging 350 hours a month streamed, like actual time streamed live for the first 3 months. And I really burnt myself out doing that, but I think it was for a good reason at the time, because I was looking for a way to escape the depression and escape the pain. And that's, what streaming has become for me. Streaming has become my hope. You know what I mean? It's really something that I feel that I can take with me. Hold on, I have to mess with my fan real quick. And just see it. I see it as a viable career path that, it takes work. Yes, it takes commitment. Yes, it takes everything from you. It takes going to 8 hours of a job, then coming home and preparing yourself, presenting yourself, making yourself look nice, You know, learning how to speak, learning how to talk to people and address people and genuinely just, you know, I've always been a bit of an introvert, so that was really difficult for me, you know, becoming this outgoing person who just talks to people with no problem. And it's been a ride, you know. I mean, there's the really tough nights, you know, you pull 9, 10 hour shifts, 8 hour shifts, and then come home. You know, you get home, you're starving, you want food, you eat food, and you realize, you know, wait a minute, I've got like an hour to sit down. And then, you know, for me, I usually work until 9 o'clock at night, and then come home and just give myself like an hour to just kind of mellow out and eat something, and then start the stream. And it's just, you know, when you go and you stream for 8 hours a day, work for 8 hours a day, it's like, and, you know, sleep for 6 hours a day or so, you know, it's like, wow, it's crazy. But in my opinion, it was absolutely worth it, and it's still worth it to this day. I've had a lot of people ask me, where do we go from here now that we've done and completed the 1 year live stream? I'm not ready personally to commit to another year. I have, you know, reasons for this. One being my family. Those that were with me, they know I lost my grandfather this year. That was really tough. I mean, he was battling Alzheimer's for 7 years, and I loved him. I mean, I truly, truly love that man. He raised me. He took me away from my, you know, the abuse from my parents, and just he raised me, you know. It's crazy. And when you lose somebody like that, you know, somebody that's so good and so strong-willed, and it's crazy. But my deepest regret, I think, for this year was I didn't spend enough time with him. You know, I moved to another state, so it wasn't just about not being able to spend a lot of time with him, but, you know, I'm thankful for the time I got to spend with him, and I'm thankful for everything he taught me, you know. But losing him was really difficult. My grandmother on my mother's side, so my mother's mother, is actually starting to show dementia, which, if you don't know, is the actual start of Alzheimer's, pretty much. And it's a pretty scary thing. I mean, she's actually coming up to my place now and staying with me during the weekends, and it's been such a blessing having her around, you know. And I'm so thankful that I get to spend time with her, you know, because being away from your family, you know, 3 hours, right now I'm 3 hours one way away from most of my family. I mean, we live in completely different states, and it's such a blessing to be able to spend time with her, and I want to be able to do that more. You know, I really want to hunker down and just be able to spend time with my family and be able to just, you know, even out. I'm still going to stream. I still plan to take streaming and see streaming as a viable career path for my future. And I still plan to stream, you know, for the future. And I still plan to get on the grind and treat it as a job, as I always have, you know, maintaining a schedule, keeping it, showing up there every day. When I say I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here unless something crazy happens, you know, out of my control. You do the best with what you have, but it's, you know. But I guess I wanted to give that to you guys to let you guys know where I was coming from and why it was so important to me, you know, to start streaming, and why it's just, you know, I've never thought of streaming as sitting here and sitting, you know, I'm sitting in a chair in front of you playing video games. No, it's always been about entertainment. You know, you're always looking to entertain people, and you're always looking to, for me, I'm always looking to not only entertain people, but I'm looking to get to know you as an individual. You know, I want to know you. I want to know what you're about. You know, what your life is about, what your dreams, what your hopes are. You know, and that's always been a way for me. And what's so cool about Twitch is you can really just deeply connect with people. And, you know, the people that I've met over this year, I've said this before, and everybody looks at me like I'm nuts. But I consider them more than friends. They're just like family to me. I treat everyone who comes into my stream every night or not even not every night, but even when they have to work, I understand that completely, like 100%. I'm there with you. But I try to treat the people that come in, my regulars, truly like family. I want to know you. I want to know what's going on in your life. If you need somebody to talk to, or just somebody to hang with, or you just need somebody, you need a wall to just kind of talk to your problems, I'm always here. Really, truly, and I'll listen. I'm just that type of person. I've been in that situation before in my life where I've had no one that would listen, no one that even cared, And when you go through something like that, it just changes you, And truly, I know what that feels like, and I don't want anyone to ever have to go through that, So, I'm always here. I stream. Currently, I have no plans to change my schedule, so I stream from 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. If you just want a place to hang, watch some video games being played, get some laughs, meet some awesome people, then come hang out with us. If you want somewhere where you can just truly talk about your problems, I'm here. I met a girl tonight. Truly, I met, and I've never met her before. I met her tonight on stream. She came into my stream, and she said, I'm in a hospital. And I went, okay, all right, I spent a lot of time as a child in a hospital. I have cerebral palsy, which causes me to have seizures, which causes me not to be able to drive, which causes me to have epileptic tendencies, so I have to be really careful when I'm playing video games, But they thought that I wasn't going to be able to walk. I walked on my tendons for the majority of my childhood. They wanted to cut my tendons to make sure that they would actually be able to work right and my feet would flatten out. But, so, I spent a lot of time in physical therapy. I spent a lot of time, in and out of hospitals as a child. Just recently this year, we've had that whole scare with my inner lining deteriorating and me getting another hernia, which I've had, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I've had 4 hernia operations, and there might be a 5th tear that has happened, and that might be on the way. You never know. I'm not jinxing myself here because, surgeries are expensive, and it's a really scary thing, when you don't have money to get the help you need, and you're just, it's terrible. It really is. I've had to go through that this year. I was scared out of my mind, I really was. I didn't know what to do. It's just, man. But, anyways, I met her, and she told me she was in the hospital. She has brain cancer. And she said, I think it was 38% of her brain was considered a tumor, and they actually prepped her for surgery. And she had to go get prepped for surgery. And I haven't heard back from her, I'm just hoping for the best. But that's the kind of thing, that you see and that you're faced with sometimes. And it's good to know that I've created a place where somebody can come in like that and be surrounded with people who, if you want to talk to us, we're there. And sure, you get your typical trolls all the time. Like, all the time on Twitch. Oh my god. If I could sit down and I might just sit down and make another vlog to just detail the trolls that I have gotten this year. Oh my god. Just ridiculous. But it's been crazy. It's been a ride, and it's been one hell of a journey, but I'm always reminded of that quote by Bruce Lee, that success is a journey and not a destination. And I think that really speaks to me about this. Originally I don't want to say I got into streaming for the wrong reasons, because I got into streaming because I love streaming. I love interacting with people. I love being able to share my passion for video games with people and to just be able to entertain people. And that's always been something that just, whenever I make somebody laugh, like really laugh, and you really get to somebody deep down, that's when that's just, it brings such joy to me, and it makes me feel like I've done something right. And it's when I hit those moments, and when I get those moments with streaming, it's fantastic, and I wouldn't imagine myself doing anything else. So I didn't want to. I was talking with myself before doing this, and I was like, I didn't want to end it on really high note, low note. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been with me through this whole journey. We're gonna keep streaming. We're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna keep pushing. Currently, I'm not a Twitch partner. I've made I won't say exact numbers because I don't think that's right. I never really discuss revenue with YouTube, so I won't discuss the revenue with Twitch. All I'll say is I do not make enough off of Twitch to make a sustainable living. It's not self-sustainable. And I think that that pretty much says it all right there, that it's still going to be really difficult because I'm still going to have to go through the juggling act. But I'm willing to do that. It's worth it. It's 100% worth it. I'm still going to chase my dream. I'm still going to keep streaming, keep grinding, just keep improving every single day, aim to improve myself and improve those around me and just improve the cast. And, we'll see where it takes me. I had no idea what I was really getting into when I started 365 days, but man, I could not have imagined in a million years all the stuff that I've seen and that I've gone through, and the wonderful and fantastic people that I've met, and just all the great times we've had. So, I just wanted to make this video for you guys, and really for myself, as a way for me to say thank you to all my fans and just all the people that have just inspired me and helped me throughout this year. It's been a fantastic year, and I don't want to really brag on myself a little bit, but I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for making a goal, partnership or not, Twitch partnership or not aside. I've reached my goal. I'm proud of myself for seriously setting a goal, and no matter what, making it happen, and just making that a reality. And for me, it's a life-changing experience to really sit down and plan out a goal for yourself and just go for it, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten some very strange looks from my family, got some very strange comments from my family. Some of it's really hurtful, when you hear you're never going to make it. I know I've heard, let me just give you some examples. I've heard you're never going to make it. I've heard, why are you wasting your time with this? I've heard, I can tell you just a million different examples to where people just, they look at you and they just, I don't know what it is about people, but if they don't think you can do something, they just kind of crush you. And maybe it's because they love you, but and they're scared for you, I guess. And it makes sense to me, but I never let it get me down. I always believe in myself. I always believe that I can do what I set out to do, and just push forward every day and try to improve the best I can. But yeah. So I think that about wraps up everything. I'm sorry for draining your guys' ears for so long. 24-minute vlog, man. It's pretty crazy. But with this, I think I've said my piece. I think I've truly, you have to excuse my hair because I've been, wearing Mr. Squiddy for the past 18 hours, I guess now. So, you have to excuse it, but, I just wanted to be able to share my thoughts, to be able to, just pour my heart out to you guys. I'll let you guys know how I feel, because I know that it's been a crazy night, and everybody's just kind of been here and there because we've done so much tonight. And so I wanted to put something, solid somewhere where everybody could come back and look at it later, whenever they can. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up. So as always, guys, I'm gonna see you guys hopefully in a stream on YouTube. You know, you can always hit me up if you guys need to talk about anything. You know, whether you be a fan, whether you be somebody that just happened to stumble across this video, whether it be you need to talk to somebody about Twitch, you need to talk to somebody about what's going on, you can always hit me up on Twitter. It's at Beyond Little Sanity. You can hit me up on Twitch. You can always message me on Twitch. I actually do read my Twitch messages, believe it or not. Pretty cool. I actually respond to them too. So, you know, have at it. You can hit me up on Twitch. Maybe one day they'll get a notification there. To where they can let you know when you actually receive mail. But hit me up on Twitch at Beyond Sanity Lol. You can message me there. Pretty much always checking that as well. Or you can just hit me up right here on YouTube. Just don't hit me up on Google Plus. Because that's about the only thing that I don't really check too often. Although technically, I guess Google Plus is now on YouTube. That whole thing still has my brain frazzled. But yeah, so I will see you guys later on. Everybody, wherever you are, have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic night. And as always, keep it cool, guys.